Life's too short not to have fun. Welcome to Over 50 So What? We believe that every day we should find something fun to do. I'm Carol O'Halloran, the positive aging warrior. The definition of fun is that it's an active emotion, it's happening. Whereas enjoyment is more of a passive thing that you reflect upon. You can sit and enjoy watching this show, but if you get active, join in with the 5-minute fitness and try out some of the activities we highlight, you might just discover more fun in your life. Do you know what to do if a person or a child needs resuscitating? Today we take a look at the importance of CPR and first aid training. After the 5-minute fitness, we go out and play golf. You can take up golf at any age and have fun doing it. As we age, our risk of having a heart attack increases. Do you know how to recognise the signs of having a heart attack? Do CPR or even use a defibrillator? Well, today we're speaking with Delene Lynex, and she's been running first aid and CPR courses since 2001. Hi Dee, welcome to Over 50 So What? Great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Carol. Pleased to be here.
I'm very pleased to have you on the show because we've been running for over 3 years now, maybe 4 years. And what we're discussing today is so important, first aid and CPR. Can you tell us how you got into it and how do you set up your training business?
It stems back from my training in Tasmania at the Launceston General Hospital, where I was very fortunate to have the latest ICU instruments come through, and then I ended up coming to Melbourne and took on to a different field. But I missed my nursing so much that I went back nursing and found accident and emergency was so much learning with how many come in without the proper knowledge, panicking, driving a car. Some of them race through lights, and at the end of the day there's worse comes of it. Having the skills of signs and symptoms of what the problem is at the beginning makes such a difference by calling an ambulance and getting the appropriate service. My main skills were there, learning from the disability of people racing and not having the knowledge. So I decided that it was about time I started teaching, and that's how I started, 2001, and I've been going since.
So you saw people who had no training, no understanding, and the situation for both them and the person who was injured
failed desperately. So many people try and get them to hospital quickly in the car. If that person loses consciousness, they're not concentrating on their driving, and at the end of the day both could be in a nasty accident, even to leading to death. So the most important skills I really, really want everyone to learn is the signs and symptoms. Understand what is going on and get the appropriate service. Don't hop in a car and panic and drive and, could use your life, lose both lives.
So talking about signs and symptoms, let's start with someone's having a heart attack. What are the signs and symptoms?
Definitely shortness of breath. A lot of people think it's indigestion, which is one of the failures. Colour is another. Pain down the arm. Vomiting that they can get. It's really knowing the knowledge and understanding that it's not indigestion, or it is. If it is, it's far better to have it checked just to make sure than diagnose it yourself. And this is where people are left. And then they leave it, and then unfortunately the degree of that, it turns out to be a full-on heart attack, and sometimes it's pretty late to be able to getting help.
So if someone starts getting those symptoms and you're observing those symptoms in someone else, what should you do?
Call an ambulance straight away. Most important. to get that ambulance there. And they can do a test. They've got the ECG when they come. They've got a tablet that they can pop under the tongue just in case it was angina. But at the end of the day, it's up to the paramedics with the knowledge to be able to tell them what to do and whether it's important to go off to hospital, where they'll have full treatment and ECGs done. So instead of trying to guess yourself, you're far better off to have that knowledge to be able to get the appropriate help and get yourself to hospital ASAP.
So you said get yourself to hospital. So that's if you recognise
the symptoms in yourself, and a lot of the time they are on their own at home, and they just put it aside and think it'll go. And unfortunately, if it turns out to be a full-on heart attack, then they're on their own and there's no one there to help. A lot of people are found on the toilet. They get the feeling that they have to have a bowel motion, and if they only had the signs and symptoms in their head to know that they need to get help. And if it's a mistake, it doesn't matter. The paramedics don't mind, but they're far better to have someone come than what they are to self-diagnose, which is where people go wrong.
So let's say that someone has a proper heart attack and the ambulance doesn't arrive in time. What's the next thing you do?
If they've had a heart attack, is CPR. Yep. And that's another thing that I like to teach, because it's such an easy thing to do. And if you physically can't do it yourself and there's someone else there, it's very easy to have a capable person to show them where to put the hands and continue and do what you can't do. As far as family, a lot of people that are older that come and say, but gee, I can't get on the floor. Well, there's no reason that you can't give someone else the knowledge that you have to be able to do the compressions and get the ambulance.
Now, this is a bit of a random question. They keep saying to do it to the tune of Staying Alive. Is that still a thing?
Oh, look at... I hear that all the time, but at the end of the day, the most important part is that you'll be talking to the ambulance, so you won't be doing any staying alive. You'll be doing your compressions and talking to the ambulance. Most important too, they'll tell you if there's dogs or anything to put them away, or get someone to meet them out the front. I teach a lot of the companies where there's fitness gyms and that, childcare centres where they've got locks on doors and that we make sure that they're all open, so that if any child or anyone's having an asthma attack, that we've got the immediate entrance for the paramedics to come in to do the treatment. But yes, knowledge is one of the main things that I push.
Yeah, so having someone on the line talking you through it until professional help.
And they're very good. They'll talk you through, they'll give you the rhythm to count, to do the compressions. If you're able to breathe for them, they'll tell you how to breathe, do 2 breaths, 30 compressions. If there's vomit or blood around the mouth, well, we just encourage you just to keep doing the compressions till the paramedics arrive. So this is to demonstrate to everyone how to do the CPR. I'll work on the adult first. So the most important part that I like doing an A-frame with our legs, instead of having the legs together, you're further away from the chest and you're unbalanced. So we do the A-frame, lock the heel of my hand on top of the sternum. I follow with the other hand on top of the sternum, and it's 30 compressions followed by 2 breaths. Having worked in accident and emergency and seen the panic and the lives lost through not having the knowledge of what to do as far as CPR or recognising skills and getting that most important paramedics behind you to help is the utmost importance. Seen too many disastrous things happen with them coming in and too late. So learn the skills, get the knowledge. You may save someone's life.
Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50. So what?